Hello everyone, welcome to my stream for another day. I'm slightly stressed because this join event button is not clickable yet, so I don't know how long it's gonna take till that becomes visible. Or maybe there is some kind of a bug where I actually have to go back out and back in like it used to be. Join event. David also joined. Okay, yeah, that's gonna be quite a challenging race. Hi Jack. Yeah, I thought that bug is fixed, but looks like it's still here. Anyway, a little bit of adrenaline rush before even going on track, but we are in. Yeah, I mean, yeah, Ricardo, it used to be like that half a year ago, but it got fixed. But I guess it's not fixed. Good morning, Nick. Yeah, it's only 6 tires. So 6 tires, 1 set plus 1 pair for both quali and race. So that's gonna be interesting. Wait, I mustn't leak the setup for this, otherwise my team manager will start shouting at me. So we have 10-minute race, quali, sorry, 10-minute quali, so I guess it's like 6 laps. No point in going much longer, because we will have to use that set for the race as well. Okay. Well, good luck, Jack, to you as well. I mean, having RF2 genes is a good thing, but also a bad thing at the same time, right? But it's so much better in many ways. Let me move that Yule a little bit. Alright. Well, F1 warm-up. Here we go. It's such a shame that we don't really have a good Miami track in the good sims. I mean, I saw many complaints about the track layout of Miami. It is Miami, right? Yeah, it is Miami. I'm mixing up all the US cities. But it's a really good track. Like, I think it's really a brilliant layout. I really like it. Not sure how you guys feel about it, but to me, I would love to have it in any sim or in any of the good sims. Hello, Fury. You finally bought it. Yeah, it's really good, but it's there is still a little bit of driftiness going on sometimes, and the lockups are not like. Tire model was really aggressive or like very harsh for the driving, for mistakes, and they have softened it in December, and now it's quite halfway towards RF2. But I believe there is a big update for tires coming. Let's see how that goes. Next 2 months will be big, I hope. It's gonna take a couple of laps for the tires, but since we only get one full set, I cannot do crazy things like in the past. Yeah, there is this traction issue, right? Especially LMH cars. So Toyota and, well, to some extent Ferrari and Peugeot as well. There is this problem where you just feel like you're fully leaning into a TC, or TC is not activating, but it feels like you're so far off the limit. There is no like operating window. That's how it feels like. And it's still way too much kind of rear based or like rear rotation based. Quick check on tires. I mean, I don't even know where to set different ones, but I guess we can do that later. Then, so I have a little bit too little fuel now. It's a bit more than 6% per lap. Okay. Let's see what happens. But I mean, when LMU fixes that rear oversliding, which is sometimes, like with hypercars, it's not really intuitive, but sometimes here in Portimao, especially in turn 4, so the left hairpin, it's... sometimes you completely lose the rear, but if you make the apex with the front axle, you're gonna gain a 10th. And it's almost impossible to do, but if you do it, it feels amazing. Or doesn't feel amazing, but it's fast, so that kind of rear slide to overcome understeer is present and has to be fixed before we can claim LMU to be anything more than RF 2.5. Anyway, back to Miami, if I may. If I may say a bit more about Miami track and about Max Verstappen hot lap. Have you guys seen that on board? It's very it's like R Factor 2 kind of. Sector 1 especially. Turn 1 he had that kind of big slide, but he caught it easily and no drama. Maybe lost half a tenth. And then he was so much on the rear limit through all those almost flat out corners. It was insane to watch. Yeah, and Antonelli shining really great. So another slow outlap, kind of to get up the temps. But I was just like... it's possible to kind of feel the car balance just through onboards, even if you don't feel FFB. And that Red Bull really... I don't know how the cars would react like with one extra degree of slip angle, because obviously all the second seat Red Bull drivers struggle a lot with it, but the way that Max took it in the flat out section, kind of just barely kind of corrected like this 1 or 2 or 3 times. It made me feel like it's kind of R Factor 2 in high speed corners, when you can feel a little bit of rear rotation but you cannot abuse it. But then in low speed I feel like Formula 1 handles like Assetto Corsa in Competizione. So McConnell opens with 30.4. Let's see what we can do. Or what the Peugeot can do. I hope Peugeot is not terrible, but I don't really know. Tires are coiled still, not gripping. Quite a lot of push understeer. I'll just fuel save a little bit more so I can make extra lap later. Ah, hi Jesper. Bob is good today, well, let's hope. Where is the pro warmup strat? Yeah, I mean, I would be doing it if there were more than 6 tires available. Very heavily raining. Ooh, exciting. Good apex. Not a good apex. That would have been a cut and then I would have to lift. P2. David's gonna beat me. 4/10 to the Toyota of McConnell. Okay, David crosses the line, pits instantly. I mean, I can gain 2/10 easily. But I don't want any more degradation on the tire. No, I will escape here. I don't want to I will have to start on this set of tires, so yeah. Happy with P3, I suppose. I thought that Andonovski would drive today as well, but he couldn't find the time, I see. McConnell takes... What's that even? 2 hearts, 2 wets? Academy race has been cancelled. I mean, if it rains like that, then it's not even a standing start, right? I'm just gonna check my top speed. Ah, the bug, come on. $311. McConnell left the race. Oh, that's a problem. He has 1 minute to rejoin, otherwise he's out. Why can I not see David? Why is everybody leaving and joining? Okay, I don't quite know what's happening, but okay, the cars are here. Some cars are here. Now, yeah, okay, all good. Let me fix the fuel before I forget. Okay, that's weird. Huh? Wait, let's see in the race. So currently, I mean, I guess I can show that. Yeah, the server should remember the tires, of course. Except if there is a bug. So basically, it's showing only wets and 100% medium, and then only wets and 95% medium. Rejoin, reset your limited tires. Okay, well that's an interesting. How did they say it? It's I got told it's Italian programming. That's what I heard. So there is many things like that in ACC. Fury, yes, I use OBS. Right, we are then in the race. Yeah, I cannot use the old set on the fronts. I have worn set on the rear, new set on the front. I don't know. I mean, even in this menu here, like, where is my worn fronts? I guess I'm gonna get some extra rotation then. Jack going straight to hard. I mean, I don't have hearts even. I don't know. Anyway, it's fine. No worries. I started the Imola round last time with, what was it, 99 fronts, 91 rear, so it was fine. David is safety car. What? David is having a problem. Everyone is having a bug. Oh dear. Yeah, that's why I couldn't see David, because... I mean... Okay. I'm just gonna click start driving. My mirror is squeezed. Why does that happen every second time? Like, it's just squeezed together. Together with the FOV and everything. My FOV is fine, it's just like... Yeah, as if it took like the whole mirror and just squashed together. Right, so what do we have here in this? 0 new tires left. Yeah, no new tires. RIP. Okay, well. We will survive somehow. Kilowatts on max. Catch up. Yeah, that has to be... I mean, there should be 2 new tires remaining, and then Jack ahead would have qualified on mediums, and then would have taken 2 fresh hearts for the front axle. Anyway, we are ready. Let's get going. Ah, yeah, of course, the classic. That Lambo was dangerous. Yeah, no confidence at all to send it on the inside. But we have to save some fuel as well. it's times to fuel, so everything is safe. I will gain back. David has some kind of a problem there with tire. Or maybe, oh, maybe he's doing the two-stopper. Full push is like 16 laps. For 20 laps you get one stop less. Maybe he's doing that. Or maybe he just got big tire bug and is now on some super hards. Who knows? Right, let's try to stick with Jack. He has the hard on front left, so I should be able to have some pace at the start. Exactly, LMDH, yeah, and 1 P6. Grip is not there yet. Not a cut anyway, because it's not strict cuts. I mean, Lambo has been always a quick car, so plus 20 kilos shouldn't destroy too much. Especially with track-specific BOPs already affecting stuff a lot. I'll try to save a bit, to get the extra lap at least. Now Jack is fast. So I use max kilowatts at the start to deplete the battery. Because if you brake with full battery in LMH Hypercar, you will not have the front brakes, because the regen will not do anything. And then you lose the braking performance, and also you have a big rear snap. Which I would love in this corner. But looks like David is not going for the one stop less. He just had... I don't know what happened at the start. Felt like he had no grip at all. So maybe the tires bugged and he's actually running hards now. Or maybe it was just something else. Yeah, we had that bug in VMS Pro Season 1 Championship Decider, if you remember, when Michi boxed for new mediums, but it turned out that mediums were hards, and then if you got softs you actually had mediums or something. And it was actually showing me on hards and him on mediums. But here it's showing correctly now in the tiny pedal overlay. have to be careful with tire wear. So if it's gonna be 60 laps... Oh, that's a bad cut. Already on 1 point. If it's gonna be 60 laps, I cannot get more than 1% per lap. Nice anti-cut. I think I'm having like 1.2 per lap on the worst tire on the rear left. I cannot afford much more wear than that, so have to be more gentle. Front's gripped a little bit, that would be nice as well. But it's a Peugeot. The front is not doing that much, but at least the car is stable. Battery almost full. That turn 1 is very tricky. And it's so important. Every millimeter is extremely important because of how sharp the apex is. Oh yeah, I see David actually has the least energy. I mean, he said he was watching the safety car, so... He must be on some weird tire. I mean, he's not too slow, but it's just... Oh, that's Jack! Uh-oh. Interesting. Well, I mean, I happily accept the lap time gained, or the delta gained. But let's see if he's damaged. Around the outside. Okay, it wasn't as scary as I anticipated. Was that literally the worst possible traffic luck for Jack? He's beating. Yes, so he must have crashed hard. Okay, well, we inherit the lead. I gladly accept a lead. And I keep forgetting that Hypercar is heavy and it has no brakes. No cut detection, okay. Ah, he binned it himself or what? Considering the chat message. No idea how the car locked and went into the wall. Wait, was that a Toyota problem? I remember... what was it? There was a race where the Toyotas ahead... Or was it even that race where David had a huge lead? And locked up into that exact corner himself with the Toyota. Lost a lot of time but still won in the end. I think Jardier was streaming that race. I think it's like a specific Toyota issue. It's a really tricky braking zone, that's for sure. Ah, poor Jack. He must have clipped that wall pretty hard. Right, so I have used 10% of rears in 8 laps and a half. And I have 52 laps to go with 85%. Now I'm gonna be in 20s on the rears. Maybe what David is doing is just preserving his tires as much as he can. He will be very quick in the end. Now let's see. I hope the rains are stopping at Miami though. I want to see a race after we finish this. What happened behind? I think the gaps suddenly increased by 5 seconds. Miami's a pool, okay. I mean the way that Charles binned it or aquaplaned it yesterday, or was it 2 days ago? Was, yeah, quite scary. Yeah, everybody behind David lost a lot of time. They must have had some 3 wide moment. But I mean, look at my tire temps, or rubber temps, or whatever layer it's measured. It's like 80, 85 average on the left. There is no way I could make hards work here. It would just be in 70s and very off pace. But that's a Peugeot feature. Real size Lego cars. Copy. But we are going slow. I checked the leaderboard. The best lap times of leaderboard are mid to high 31s. And I could do that in practice, but now we are just... Well, 32.2, it's not too slow, but it's still not quick. But maybe we get the tire bug that the other sessions did not. If I had 2 tires spare, I would be saving less. But David really not having the pace. I'm surprised. There is something wrong with David's car. So, speaking of tire packs, so again, we had 6 tires available for quali and race together. So, we've used 4 a little bit in quali, which means that I should have 2 fresh ones and 4 slightly old ones. And it turns out I have 2 fresh ones, 2 old ones, and the other 2 old ones have just disappeared. So starting with fresh fronts and slightly worn rears is not the best. And then I wonder what kind of combination of tires David started with. Let me adjust the ARB on the rear a bit. Need to preserve the rear axle. I mean, they will for sure fix it, you know. I just don't know if they need more traces and logs and so on, but it's absolutely unacceptable. Like, if the feature is implemented, if there is limited set of tires, which is really good, then it has to work. It cannot just sometimes work. Ooh. Oh dear. That was near-death experience now, if you saw the radar and the mirror. Free to go, and then we box. So on this strat I think we have 3 times 17 lap stint and 1 time 10 lap stint. So I'm thinking I could have just boxed now and avoided this bunch of cars, because this is not great. Thank you. I scared him a little bit, I suppose. Yeah, I'm through, but let's see how David gets through as well. He lost quite a lot of time as well. All good then. Ah, I see, he boxed. I mean, he had 5% less. He is in temp car. Okay. Interesting. I wonder what kind of sounds he has. But what a bug. I mean, he's asking how to load skins. You can do that if you have the load liveries assigned, or load car, so I don't know how exactly it's called, but there is an assignment you can do. You click that button and then the game freezes for, well, a couple of seconds per non-loaded car, and then it unfreezes, and then no temp cars are anymore on the server. Everybody has the correct livery and shape. So one more lap. I mean, yeah, no tires, full tank. I hope I don't suddenly get wets or something because of whatever bug. Box, box, box. That was a bit too safe. Reminder to myself, these fuel things are collidable at Portimao. I would Would love a little bit of that Miami rain today here at Portimao as well. And I wonder if David underfueled a little bit. He's 20 seconds behind. I think it went... Wait, 89%. He did underfuel a little bit. No, it's fuel times 2. Yeah, that's normal. He did 2 laps now. And he will be just behind. Yeah, there he is in the mirror. Ah, Kostas, you mean the pit stuff is not collidable anymore? I have to test that. Need to feel it myself. No, but David did underfuel a little bit, I think. Or he just boxed with still quite some battery, I don't remember. Ah, not battery, virtual energy. Come on, grip. I need to get a little bit of temperature back. Probably my tires are in 70s. Yep. Celsius and percent. I'm lacking a lot of grip. Need to brake earlier. Oh, David has more speed now. I mean, I also have way more fuel than before, so of course I have to brake earlier. Hello, Joao. And high Inex. Yeah, now I don't know how much top speed David has. I couldn't check it in quali because of whatever bug was going on. I couldn't see the spun car. David got boxed. Okay. No need to defend or battle yet. It would be really good to finish ahead of David because he's gold free, and I will get quite a bit of rating, I assume. Need to slowly climb back towards gold 2 at least. Even before I find myself being so far down with the rating that suddenly I don't get into split 1 anymore. I mean, it's gonna take quite some time before so many people grind up to Gold 2, but still need to be on top of it. Especially when I spent the last 2 months steadily losing the rating. So somebody else now fuming in the chat. I couldn't really read it, but it was something with car not starting. Maybe he ran out of battery and his LMDH, I don't know. But David did lose quite a lot of time in the pit stop phase. He was like 2 or 3 seconds behind. And now he's, well, on my back, but he has 14% less energy. How much is 14%? It's like 6 seconds of refueling. Unless he actually had 2 tires that he could change, and then he just still put less energy into the car. I don't know. Let's see. I had to lift to avoid the cut, but at the same time I couldn't lift because then I would not make the move. Probably that's risky. Not sure if many drivers would dare to do that in real life. Can never expect if the GT3 will turn in or not. What was that about? Did he try to park it on the left side after the exit? Okay, I'm a bit annoyed by the temperature on the right side. Like, it's 36 track temp and I'm just not having any grip. I mean, I have some grip, but it's not biting as it should, because the right tires are not in the perfect window. And if I wanted to have them more in the window, I would have to heavily lean on them, but I don't have the thread on the tire. I'm gonna run out of it. I had softs available, I would put softs on the right side, mediums on the left side. And then maybe even this hairpin would be less problematic. It's also funny how if fuel is set to ×2, we start lift and coasting like they do in real life WEC. But if it's normal fuel, it's rarely necessary or rarely faster to have the significant lift strategy. I heard a lockup, I don't know which tires even locked. Didn't feel any lack of rotation. Love to see the tire of David. So after 40 minutes I have 68. It will be fine, but there will be like 15 to 20% remaining on the rear. I've never experienced a proper tire cliff in LMU yet. Wow, about the Peugeot, I don't know. It's fine, but it has same tendencies as the McLaren 720 in RF2. The front is just not really biting, which makes it difficult to build the front temperature, and you just have to wait for the corner till it's over. But the balance is fine. But I think most of it is just the tire model. In the moments like that, I would love to have a bit more front. When there is no real load, David going for a loop. But it's loaded because it's going left, but it's still kind of over the crest, so the crest unloads the front right. And in those moments it's just not gripping as it should. I was in third gear for some reason. Yeah, the good thing is that then it's good for endurance, or it's good in high temperature conditions. I mean, you saw at Fuji in VMS Pro. Ferraris always drove away at the start of the stint, but towards the end I was always having upper hand. At the same time, it's kind of lower downforce car than other hypercars, right? I mean, the old Peugeot 23 version is without the wing, but even this one with the wing is lower on the downforce side. So it makes sense that there is problems like this going on. Now I'll have to defend. Outside move is impossible. Yeah, Tom, I think LMU is brilliant when it comes to hearing other cars. Like, it's so good. iRacing, which I have done more in the recent past, is utterly terrible. Like, when a car is alongside my own car, even if it's the same car, I cannot hear my own car, I just hear the other car. It's so hard to battle. Oh, where is the grip now? I mentioned iRacing, and LMU said no grip for you anymore. What is that about? Why did he... What did he want even there? Let me through, or I don't understand. Anyway, yeah, the balance of sounds here in LMU, like, there is not many, there is very little customization when it comes to different volumes, because it's all kind of calculated for you. But the whole sound model is really, really good. Even if some sound... Maybe the samples are not that great for some cars. Like the Caddy LMDH is a bit underwhelming for me. It was good when the game was launched, but then they broke it. But overall the sounds are really, really nice. Actually, more so the external sounds. And to be honest, it's difficult to properly make the internal sounds, or what would one hear in the cockpit. Great luck with traffic again. That's an apex. And that's an exit. Alright, I just have to battle somebody and then I can make a great braking zone and apex. Maybe the diff power is too opened, but always there. The inside unloaded tire spins up. was talking of the Peugeot being the low downforce car, and I'm honestly having hard time realizing what to do with the wing, just to embrace the fact that it has a bit less power and less drag, and just use lower downforce levels, or try to cram in maximum possible downforce because it's still kind of low drag. But I mean, here David is gaining a lot with Toyota on me, and Toyota is not really great in a straight line at all. Good evening, Peter. I don't know, I cannot have a rotation there. Dive. And David dived alongside as well. He's gonna box now. Yeah, it's 6% energy per lap and he's got 6 now, so he has to box. There goes David. Thinking of what to do now. He might underfuel and jump me and suddenly have a lot better pace and then pull a gap. That would be scary. So I should underfuel as well. Yeah, there is still no new tires available. It's not gonna unbug itself, right? Nice exit. That was a very sideways Mustang. No, it's just... Oh! Ooh! Okay. Well, there is a tire. Good call, Tortellini. I mean, that is some extra popcorn for now, right? I mean, okay. But what to do then? I guess just left side, right? New left side is surely a good idea. You mean this 1 millimole per liter, Peter? That's my glucose sensor. And it's way too high at the moment because I got scared and ate too much of sweet stuff before the stream. It's because of my diabetes type 1. So basically, yeah, I have the sensor on I don't know which arm, and then the Bluetooth signals it through SIM hub on my dash, which is great. I cannot just change one side. I mean, I'm one tire. It doesn't make sense to just change one tire, but one side makes a lot of sense. But I have to do it. I mean, David will jump me probably. But I need that grip. It's surely faster. So let me do... Oh! So it's used medium on the front, but nothing on the... You see that? Only wet. What is that? Okay. Funny. Okay, so fronts get a new, or like the quali used set, but the rears get nothing. I have some thoughts about it for the pit stop. Well then, I'm not changing the front without the rear. I'm just gonna try to survive through it. So I think it automatically changed both front tires, because I started with two new fronts, even though I did not really select new fronts. And then I guess you cannot put fronts back to the rear. If David now has new tires on one side, he's gonna be quick. I don't know. Such a weird feature. But yeah, if like here we have this diabetes kind of in elementary schools we have kind of unsafe release almost. We have a lot of these national competitions about it. Many people join, so we all know quite a lot about it. Yeah, I honestly have no idea about sizes. But to finish my diabetes story, I had almost too low sugar before the stream, so I ate 2 dates and a bit of banana milk, and it was too much. So now it's 12.3 instead of the 4 that it was before, and like 4 to 6 is normal values, but it's not a worry for the time being. Right, still ahead of David, but he went for full tank, or maybe a bit less than full tank. But if I put full tank, I would be behind him, so good call, I suppose. I mean, diabetes, I said sometimes it's like a pet. Just that you are forced to have it. Battery starting to scream. I cannot get that rotation on the exit of that turn 3. I think if I push the rear a lot there, then the rear is moving around and that helps the rotation. But as soon as I start to save tires a bit, try to avoid the slip, then the front just loses all rotation and I have to lift. It's just those tire model things that are not that realistic and are hopefully going to get fixed in the next month. Okay, David is not gaining crazy amount of time, so that's good news. Hi Pierre. You have so much problem with this track. I mean, it's a hard track for sure. Especially with hypercars. Some curbs really demand a lot of precision, and then it's so easy to lock up in so many corners. Like now I have probably one of the easiest cars to break from the whole hypercar range. Although it's still quite allergic to locking up front inside a little bit late into the corner. Really stops having the optimal rotation if you have a little bit of a lock ratio going on. By lock ratio I mean just like a little bit of a lockup, not a full lockup, but if the tire just about starts to stop rotating fully, you already start getting understeer. I mean, which is kind of the case on all cars, but maybe a bit more here. Hi Rune, yeah, I have it on my mind. Actually, dear Michi, please send Actually, Michi is busy walking his dog, so yeah, I mean it's all relative, right? Compared to iRacing, you can lock quite a lot. Like it's fine. It's not a big deal. But compared to the old R Factor 2 experience, it's a lot more limited. I'm confused about this race. I don't know what to think of David Pace. He had that weird bug. I mean, he's still probably driving the temp car, which is still a Toyota, but I don't know if I would be able to actually properly follow McConnell if he didn't win it. But I can easily pull a gap on David. Joao, this is weekly race, this is open setup. So I'm actually quite glad that we don't have this race in VMS Pro, because the Toyotas would probably kill me pace-wise. I mean, we have this combination, but it's after the big May and June updates, and kind of expect big tire changes and big BOP changes, and then maybe it's not a problem anymore. But let's see. LMP2 at Sebring, that's always a great combination. Well, enjoy that one. Actually, we have 32 minutes to go. 32 plus 23. It's gonna be spot on for 55. So yeah, it's gonna end up. Probably, yeah, when we finish the lap, it's gonna be 4 minutes before a Formula 1 formation lap begins. If it's if it will stop raining, that is. Or is it still like a swimming pool there at Miami? Yuho, if you mean turn 2, I think a variety of lines work there. And it depends a lot on the car and on the setup, but probably at this point and on this stage I should be opening it up, like tightening the hairpin and opening up the exit, because I'm struggling. Now I did many laps in a row where I had to lift on the exit, and that's not great. But otherwise, like on fresh tires, I was able to stay kind of mid-road, slightly to right, and still have it flat out. But you know, it's always that most of the time is lost in low speed, because you spend more time in low speed. So it's deceiving sometimes. You can sacrifice a hairpin and then have much better next corner, but you still lose a lot of time, and that's what I noticed here. So I kind of, well, yeah, that's the alternative. Completely miss the apex. But I think you have to carry a bit more speed through the hairpin and then kind of absolutely obliterate the apex, or like the curb on the apex of the uphill left. And when you hook that curb, it can help a lot with the rotation and with staying flat out. But again, when the game gets updated and the tires stop supporting 10 degrees of slip angle or even higher angles, it could potentially not be possible anymore. But in real life they are not flat there, right? I think maybe in quali. Actually, I'm having quite an understeery setup now. I went -2 on the rear anti-roll bar because I had that weird feature where the front tires were fresh for start, but the rears were from quali. I hoped I would take all 4 from quali and then just replace the left side at pit stop. So then the fronts were 100% and the rears were 95%, and now I'm trying to kind of wear them equally. So like kind of like this, and then you kind of go to right, and then you nail the curb, and then yeah, on fresh tires or first stint tires it works. I'm gonna try more tight line next lap. Yeah, Pierre, I agree. The hybrids and the way that it's implemented for hypercars, it makes it quite different than F1. But they're like, I can do that. And then it's easy flat. I mean, Delta is kind of happy with that line. That's wide. That corner is so tricky. You miss the apex a bit and the exit is completely gone. But I'm gaining a lot on David now. Yeah, I really want to hear David's story about this race. It makes no sense. It's been kind of a gifted lead, right? David with the safety car bug or whatever he had. Driving the safety car or like the temp car and then Jack pinning it himself from the lead. And that's a bit of sausage throwing me into the air. This is for sure, it's for sure good to know all the possible lines through that corner we just exited, because you can really use it for defense or for overtaking or for managing traffic. Lose a bit of time in the hairpin and then gain it on the exit or vice versa. TC, yeah, TC is intriguing as well. Especially if you hit the grass. And then it depends on the diff power. Because it can be just front left, like rear left spinning much faster than rear right. If you have it too opened. Really not sure how diff works in relation to TC. Like out of that, what's it, I don't know which corner. The one with curved braking and then a tricky apex in sector 2. I often get just the rear right wheel spin and I hear a bit of TC, but it's not really much. Or like TC that normally completely bogs down the car, doesn't do it in that corner. I think part of the problem with brakes is that the brakes on hypercars are not really made for full push, they are made for lift and coasting. Because a normal race drive in hypercar is, okay, a bit of a squeeze, but that's fine. Or maybe not, but okay, still on track. Yeah, normal way to drive is to lift and coast a little bit everywhere. So some cars on some tracks are really overheating the brakes. And then whatever you do with the brakes, you're just entering corners, trail braking with way too hot brakes. And then it of course depends where the regen is. Yeah, Toyota has the best brakes, I think. Ferrari is pretty strong as well. Peugeot is nice as well, I think. But Porsche is tricky, takes forever to stop. I don't really remember how Lambo is. But like you see now, almost 800 degrees in the rear, and I wasn't really braking. Like 40 miles is not really that harsh on brakes. There is a lot of kind of braking zones, but a lot of it is opened up entries, so not a proper hairpin at all. We will see next weekend. In 7 days we have VMS Pro Season 2 Round 3 at Bahrain. And the brakes on the Peugeot could be absolutely screaming there. Track limit. Okay. 2 laps and then box. So what do we need till the end? Should have been 17 and 10 for last 2 stints, but I took 3 less, so 14. Actually, I didn't fuel save enough. So 13 and 14. Yeah, I really need to talk to David. Okay, so I can do another lap. No, I cannot. I will just box. No need to do some extreme lift and coasting to save. But it's 14 to go, right? I mean, it says even 13. Like on the top I have kind of prediction. But I have some safety margin, so I'm gonna take 1 extra. Could change to 14, yeah, okay, it could, of course. Yeah, I'm not fully sure how that overlay calculates and what it assumes for a pit stop. Yeah, I mean, the game like that, 59.9, I don't know what that means. That means that it's either 59 or 60, I think. But I would assume it's one more than that. David is far behind. Come on. The whole grip just disappears there. I even went down to 12 to go now. Okay. Yeah. Anyway. It's gonna be a nice Sunday weekend ride in a hypercar, hopefully without any extra game bugs and crashes, to take a little bit of DR gains. Then we get to see wet tires in action at Miami. Is it still thunderstorming? Oh dear. Actually, let me try maybe next lap, or when the tires are back up in the window, to actually do a full push lap without any fuel saving and see how the pace is on these percentages. But I would estimate David to be like, I don't know, half a second of a normal pace. I just went super safe after seeing his struggles. Didn't really push anymore for the max pace, especially after Jack had the box for repairs. So we have not been quick. It should have been 61 laps, but yeah, it's gonna be 60. Got PTSD from a car appearing in the rear view. PTSD from yesterday. From the historic race. Yeah, it's just such a strange prediction though. Because if it calculates, it's gonna be 59.8. Like, what does that mean? Because does that mean? Normally, it means that the timer runs out when you're at that decimal. So, like 59.8, timer runs out, and then you just finish the lap. But now it's predicting something else, like. If it's gonna be 59, but it says 59.8, what is that 0.8 meaning? It's so weird. Pit lap, I mean, that would make no sense. Like, why would you make... Why would you make it to show the in-lap? Some players like to go to pits. Yeah, but no, it's surely not meaning the cooldown lap. That's a good point, Tortellini. Yeah, it's not referring to completed laps, but yeah, okay. That makes sense. Although it's weird because like a decimal, like you're on the 60th lap, but you have completed... No, you're on the 59th lap. No, I don't know. I cannot process it. You're on 59th lap and at the 59.8th part of the lap it's over. So in fact you will just complete 59 laps. Kind of makes sense, but it's so weird. It surely would require an in-game explanation. I just want a clear lap so I can check the tires, but the traffic will not let me have it. I mean, to change it to completed laps you have just to put -1, right? So probably not a mathematically difficult function. Yeah, it's counter, so I'm gonna start the 59th lap, and when the timer runs out, I'm gonna be on 0.8 of the 59th lap. But at that point I will have completed 58.8. Okay, yeah, in my head it clicks. But it's a weird way to put it into the UI or into the HUD. And David is really struggling for pace behind. I wonder what kind of tires he had. Maybe he just spent whole race on some weird hards because of some bug. And there is still grip in the tires. I think issue is again that as soon as I start pushing, the right side reaches closer to the good window temperatures, and then you just get more and more grip. Which is realistic, but not for 36 Celsius track temp. But I have nursed the tires a lot, so... Okay, the track temp is 29 now. I mean, that's fine. It's a proper endurance tire. they triple stinted soft in real life at Imola. Or maybe Portimao is higher energy track than Imola, but should be able to do like 100 laps on mediums without dying too much. Yeah, that T1 can be a cold brown, but on these tires it's fine. Like, I have experienced it so many times already that whatever happens in turn 1 I can kind of anticipate. Yeah, in the other news I've been thinking and discussing about these daily and weekly races, and I think as the time progresses I will probably slowly move from that to just the high-end like leagues and series. Let's hope Virtual Endurance Championship moves to Le Mans Ultimate. And then we have that, we would have maybe some official competition. And then maybe I can do some dailies and maybe the GT3 Fixed Championship on Tuesday. And maybe multi-class masters on Thursdays if team allows me to spend more time on LMU than on iRacing, but that's something we have to discuss further internally, of course. But indeed, I've been looking at streams of Nietzsche and, well, of James Baldwin and so on. Jardier was doing the championships as well, and I was like, well, there is a lot of great competition in the online champs and I'm not doing it, and I should be doing it. Pierre, I'm on all year tires here anyway. Because I'm not really doing many kilometers. In the winter we don't have snow really, and in the summer it rarely gets extremely hot, and yeah, I escaped having to change the tires. But yeah, I mean, I thought that I'm gonna get the great competition from VMS Pro, but it's only 9 rounds, right? Or is it 8? It's 9. I think it's 9. And it's every 2 weeks, and in between would like to race and stream something high level as well, so let's see. It's last week of season 2 for the online champs, so then maybe 1 week of break, and then if there is a May update, I guess it would come at that point. Otherwise 6 more weeks and then a big update. Yeah, also, if you guys don't know much about the Rafa Racing Club, check it on Instagram and so on. Like, they are having some great fun at Miami. They are there. They have their kind of VIP lounge. Rafael, the boss himself, was in the F1 press conference room having like photo shoot session or something, I don't know. And well, the US drivers are all there having their fun. Well, I say USA drivers, but there is people like Jem, you know, the Jem Hepworth or something like that. She raced with Broadband for a season in the UK some years ago. But yeah, they are having fun. They're making some funny Instagram things or social media things. So not saying that because they paid me to advertise them, but just they're having good fun in Miami, and I'm sure they will be making some maybe rain jokes if the race is postponed. Anyway, gonna be one more lap after this, and then we all run to the live streams of F1 and hope that the clouds stop clouding. Whee! Okay. Yeah, TC surely stopped working there. Yeah, Joao, I'm waiting as well. Let's see. I don't have any dates or anything like that, but there should be a chance. But I mean, again, it's kind of a problem that sim racing is so much like esport side of things. It's so much European based, except iRacing. There is a lot of US based iRacing, but Rafa decided to get to RF2 Pros, myself and Jesper, so we are far away from the US where most of the Rafa cars are located, and it's not that straightforward to just book 2 flights, give the keys to a GT4, rent a track. But let's see. I'm still super happy that I can race in Rafa colors, even online. But that being said, it's been a race, it's gonna be a nice DR gain, and it's 5 minutes till realizing that the downpour is crazy at Miami and that we are getting red flag and postponed start and so on. Anyway, across the line. And yeah, 30% rear left. I don't think it's that bad for grip. Could still do a stint. Okay, well, I'm gonna wait a little bit to get the ratings, and maybe David shows up in the chat and explains what happened. And if you're already leaving for the TV, thank you for watching and subbing and liking and all like that. If you did that, or at least for commenting, was a good fun to chat and to race. Thank you for the GGs. I mean, if I check the replay, I'm not gonna even see what happened. I'm just gonna quickly check what happened to McConnell. Display, standings, no, timing. Lap 6. Was it here? No, that was already after crash. Lap 5. Maybe it was... No, lap 7 then. Must have been here. Server, please stay alive. There we go. It's a certified Toyota moment. Yeah, he went he went clutch and coast, and then he released it without blipping the throttle, and the rear was just dead. Ah, that's a big bonk on the front. Yeah, reminder, if the road goes up and down or left and right and you release the clutch from lift and coasting, blip the throttle, otherwise... Yeah, it's on white line, but I think it's not about the white line, it's just... I mean, yeah, it could be a little bit as well, but it's just such a risk to just release the throttle and have the whole engine suddenly engage. Anyway, let's see quickly, and I have 2 minutes to shut it down. And David has 2 minutes to pop up in the chat. Skip +7. I'm gonna take +7. +30 would be nicer, but I mean, I think that's it for now. David not here. I'm gonna chat with him maybe in our Discord. I will tag him and he will answer. So feel free to join my Discord to get the answers. Enjoy F1, guys. Thank you so much for being here. See you next week. Bye bye.